Oh, hello, this is Xuong from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Recently, I received this comment from a viewer, and she said, I have been trying to cook more vegetables, but it has been difficult because my family does not like vegetables. I usually cook the same vegetables, and we all become bored quickly. I need some help to make my vegetable dishes more interesting and enjoyable to eat. I know exactly what she means because I have the same experience. Over the years, I know vegetables are good for me and I need to eat more of them. And for a long time, vegetable did not appeal to me, and it's difficult to eat more of anything that you don't particularly like. And now with my fast cooking system, things have changed. I have come to love and enjoy vegetable than any other kind of food. So my answer to this viewer is that there is hope because we all can change. The design of my fast cooking system is to promote vegetable consumption. The 4 attributes of my fast cooking system is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. All these 4 attributes intends to make cooking vegetable both simpler and more efficient. Also to make vegetable dishes more interesting and diverse. The design of the cooking system for you to continue to improve the flavor of your dish to match your personal preference. In this video, I'm going to show you a vegetable dish that I cooked last night that meets the 4 attributes of the fast cooking system. This video will provide you an example of how to construct your own vegetable dish that you are going to enjoy. For me, I discovered the best way to eat more vegetable is through vegetable medley. This makes eating vegetable far more interesting when you have different kinds of vegetable in a dish. Each vegetable has their own taste and texture, and the end result is that it creates a much more interesting presentation from a culinary standpoint. The vegetable dish that I demonstrate in this video is based on a basic vegetable stir-frying template. When you use this template, you can substitute the vegetable ingredients as well as modify the flavor to create many versions of this basic template. The end result is that you can create infinite number of dishes so that you will never get bored of eating vegetable dishes. In this dish, I have 6 different kinds of vegetables. I also have 2 kinds of tofu and Chinese sausage. And I cooked this dish in less than 10 minutes. Because of the richness as well as the diversity of the ingredients in this dish, it became a one-dish meal. I was able to walk into the kitchen and have the dinner ready on the table in less than 20 minutes. The efficiency in making this dish makes it a lot of fun. If I do not have advanced prepping, it would take me at least 3 or 4 times longer, perhaps up to an hour to cook this dish. Before I developed the strategy for cooking this vegetable medley, I have not seen anyone cook a vegetable medley dish like this. The reason is very simple, because it will be very labor intensive if you have to prep each of the items before you start to cook. After I developed the method for cooking my vegetable medley, together with advanced prepping, I realized that how much that I missed without having this dish. With advanced prepping, when I enter the kitchen, I have a lot of ingredients for me to pick from. These Brussels sprouts are already prepped and cut ready to go. So does the cauliflower. With advanced prepping, I can pick and choose and use how much I need for the dish. Here is another example of some zucchini that already prepped and ready to go. And then I have some carrot. Now this is what is left from what I have prepped earlier, but it is sufficient for this dish. And here's some purple cabbage. Again, I can use whatever that I need and without have to worry about any leftover. Some cherry tomatoes here, also ready for me to use. Here are two kinds of tofu that I prepped earlier, and this is what's remained, which I'm going to use for this dish. And last but not the least, I have some Chinese sausage that I'm also going to add to this dish. Here I want to make a point. When you combine advanced prepping with stir frying, you create a cooking system of unparalleled efficiency. This means a lot in our modern lifestyle because most of us do not have a whole block of time, say 1 to 2 hours, to cook a meal. In addition to the speed, stir frying has many other advantages. For example, with stir frying, you only use a small amount of oil. And by constantly stirring the ingredients, you can fry food with a relatively little amount of oil, but also able to achieve the flavor that comes from frying. And this is the basic principle of the Maillard reaction. And when you come to cook vegetable, frying the vegetable in advance greatly enhances their flavor. One significant advantage of stir frying, which I find extremely valuable, is that you can cook different food ingredients to the texture how you like it by controlling when you're going to add them to the wok. For example, in this case, I add the Chinese sausage as well as the fermented black soybean right in the beginning of the cooking process because I want to cook them a little bit longer than other ingredients. This method frequently is known as sequential cooking. It is being used in many other cooking strategies, but for stir frying, it's particularly useful. Because the ability to stir the ingredients while you cook, you can accelerate their cooking process. Both the Brussels sprouts as well as the cauliflowers is among our favorite vegetables, but they both require a little bit longer time to cook, so I add them right in the beginning. Another beauty about stir frying is that you only need to use a very small amount of oil, just enough to coat the surface of the food ingredients. And you will know if you are using too much oil because you will see the oil pooling in the wok. Next, I'm going to add 3 ingredients in small amount. First, I'm going to start out with some purple cabbage, and this is followed by some zucchini, and finally some carrot. I consider them to be supplementary ingredients. They will add to both the flavor and texture of the dish, and they will also enhance the nutritional value of the dish. After adding all these ingredients, I decided I better add just a little bit more cooking oil so that all the ingredients will be properly coated with oil. It is important that you make sure that you have enough oil to coat the surface of the food ingredients so that the Maillard reaction can take place. How long you're going to stir fry these ingredients is pretty much a judgment call. By this time, I'm going to add my final major ingredients, which are some tofu, and there are 2 kinds of tofu here. They are both fried tofus. One is the regular fried tofu, the other one is fermented fried tofu. I purchased them from Asian supermarkets. If you enjoy fried tofu, you will like them. These fried tofus are firm and have a meat-like texture, and they add a great deal to the dish. The next step in cooking this dish is to steam the vegetable right in the wok to achieve the texture that you preferred. Oil is very effective in elevating the surface temperature of the food ingredients, but oil is not very effective in penetrating into the food ingredients. So anytime when you fry fruit, the outside might be burned, but the inside will remain uncooked. Water or steam is far more effective in penetrating into the interior of the food ingredients. So the next step in cooking this dish is to add a small amount of water to the wok so you can steam the vegetable directly in the wok. To prevent loss of both flavor and nutrients into the water, you add only a small amount of water at a time from a water squeeze bottle. By now, the food ingredients pretty much steam, so the final step is to add some cherry tomatoes as well as to season the dish. I season the dish with 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce and 1 teaspoon of fried chili in oil sauce. And after quickly mixing the dish, it is done and ready to be served. The total cook time for this dish is a little bit over 10 minutes. Without question, I would not have cooked this dish if I do not have advanced prepping. With 6 different kinds of vegetables, as well as 2 different kinds of tofu, plus the Chinese sausage, this dish has a lot of diversity. Both in flavor and texture provide an excellent culinary experience. The complex flavor and texture provided by this dish have a much greater satiation effect. With its richness in flavor and complexity in texture, we both feel satisfied after eating this meal. You should feel free to make substitutions of the vegetables ingredients in this dish with the one that you enjoy, also that is available to you. The Chinese sausage as well as the fermented black soybean add a great deal to the flavor of this dish. If you would like to give them a try, you can use the link below to purchase them online. For the fried tofu, if you like them, and if you have a Asian grocery store close by, you can stop there and ask them. And make sure you go to East Asian or Chinese grocery store. Because most Indian or Pakistani grocery store, they do not carry tofu. And if you'd like to try the fried chili in oil sauce, I also have provided the link in the section below the video. I post a video each day to explain as well as to help people to adopt my fast cooking system. If you are interested, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.